So this here is Yacon, also known as the ground apple. At the moment it's not quite ready to harvest. I'll be doing a bit of an update in a bit when it is ready. We need to wait for the first frost. You can see on the leaves that it started to get a little bit of damage, but most probably another couple of weeks before we get a heavier frost. The reason you need a frost is it kills it back, and it also makes the tubers taste a bit better. I find if you eat them before the frost, it tastes a bit like carrot, where it tastes more cucumbery to me. Some people say pear or apple after. It's really quite easy to grow. There's several different bits, and I'm going to be going over the different parts of the plant and how to grow it and what you'd like to get from it.
This is what the Yacon looks like once it flowers. It's part of the daisy family, so it has a similar sort of look to it. For me, this has always come quite late in the season, so I've never actually seen it produce any seeds.
Over the last couple of weeks, we've had a few frosts now, so as you can tell, they've been hit back really hard. This is the perfect time to start harvesting them. So I'm going to be harvesting them, and I'm actually going to make a syrup out of them this time. This is Dandy, the new dog. She's coming along for the ride. So you can see this one's been nibbled on by something at the end there, but it's a really good size on my hand. Same with that one, much bigger than when we dug this one up when it got hit over by something. So yeah, that's a really good crop. So we have two components to this. We've got the storage root, which is this. This storage root is what you eat. We'll take off all of these. And then you have these rhizomes, which is, you can see where they're growing up from. This started off with just one of these small little rhizomes in here. And you can divide this if you want, but because this is its first year, I'm just actually going to replant this and grow on another stronger, happier plant next year. But these I believe are edible too, but you don't really want to as they propagate. So we're going to plant that back in the hole. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over with some leaves and just completely mulch this all down, add an extra layer of protection to the plant. If you see inside of here, we've got, it's all been eaten, and the culprit is right there. It's a slug. So slugs can, it's the first time I've seen them do that, but they can start to eat these as well, which isn't ideal. So that last variety was a white variety. This one here, sorry, the last variety was, it was a white variety. This one here is a red variety. You can see it on the stem of the plant quite a bit more. So just gently easing this up. Let's go, another great harvest. Oh no, this is another white variety. Okay, so I managed to lose track of where my red is. This is even better. Look at the size of those. So this is another white crop. It's quite a bit bigger. Looks like I've broken some, but that would be massive, that one. Look at that. 3. You have to leave that last one, but this is another big one. Same thing. Just give a little weed here, get the last bits that were left in the ground out, and pop it in my heap. And then I'm going to be replanting. So interestingly, where I've got dug around to get it all out, it's gone right down into the clay layer. So one of them, where it snapped off, it was right in the clay. We can see this one's all mud. That gone right down to the clay layer. So that's a good 12 plus inches deep. So they do go quite deep. I didn't realise that it was quite deep as that, but yeah. These are all the bits that snapped off as well. So that is just from one plant. This was another, I actually just gave one away to someone who's walking past who asked what they were so they could try it, but it was maybe another one about half the size of this one. So I think that all in all for 2 plants is a good haul. I'm going to go harvest one more at my other allotment and I'll show you that one. There's a lot of worms in this one. and take this whole thing back with me and then plant it up. So this is the red variety. I thought I had one of these at the other allotment, but I don't. So the other allotment grew much better than down here. So a little, see it? Little grub, see him?
Yep.
This is the harvest, and all we need to do now is let them cure. When we let them cure, they're going to sweeten up, and it's going to take about a week to two. It's really important that you keep all the mud on. I found they get really soft very quickly if you don't keep the mud on them. The goal is going to be to make syrup out of these, so once they're fully sweet, I'm going to juice them down, and if you want to follow along, I'll be making a video on that shortly.